The NATO summit is underway in Lithuania. Yesterday we told you Sweden and Ukraine would dominate affairs. Now you can strike off Sweden. Because Turkish President Erdogan has relented. He's agreed to support Sweden's membership. Why? Well, only he can answer that question. The decision was announced late on Monday. The NATO chief held talks with Erdogan and the Swedish Prime Minister. This was a last-ditch effort and it worked. You see, Turkey had been stalling Sweden's entry since last year. The reasons were mostly political. Sweden is home to a lot of Kurdish migrants. Erdogan calls them terrorists, and his demand was quite simple. Extradite the Kurds, and we'll clear the membership. That's what he wanted. Did Sweden agree? Well, they did amend their constitution, but most of the extraditions were struck down by their courts. So that demand was not fulfilled to send the Kurds back to Turkey. Then yesterday, Erdogan came up with another demand. We will agree only if the European Union gives Turkey a membership. So he wanted Turkey to be an EU member. Again, no luck. It did not happen. The EU said those are two separate issues, which makes you wonder, why did Erdogan agree after all? Well, he could be getting some F-16 jets. These are American jets. Their sale was blocked in 2019 because Turkey bought Russian missiles. But today, the White House cleared it.
It's in the interest of NATO that Turkey get that capability. He has placed no caveats or conditions on that in his public and private comments over the past few months, and he intends to move forward with that transfer in consultation with Congress.
So basically, Erdogan asked for the stars, but he settled for a light bulb. You could say it's a downgrade, but without this brinkmanship, even the F-16 jets were unlikely. Either way, Sweden is a non-issue now. It will become the 32nd member of NATO. But no such luck for Ukraine. NATO is divided on Ukraine's membership. President Zelensky wants to become a de facto member. The NATO chief wants a clear and positive message. And the US is talking about some vague pathway to membership. Listen to this.
When we applied for membership of NATO, we spoke frankly. De facto, Ukraine is already in the alliance. Our weapons are the weapons of the alliance. Our values are what the alliance believes in.
On the membership issue, I also expect that allies will send a clear and positive message on the path forward towards membership for Ukraine.
That the question is not Ukraine and NATO now here at Vilnius. The question is, what's the pathway towards Ukraine's future membership?
For Ukraine, it's all about time. There is no point in saying that Kiev can join 10 years later, or in giving them a checklist that could take 15 years to fulfill. Zelensky wants to join now. Unfortunately, his chances are not good. The US says it's premature for Ukraine to join. Germany says a country at war cannot join. And Hungary says, be rational, don't invite Ukraine. So where does that leave Kiev? In a bit of a limbo. Barring a major surprise, they're not getting a green light in Vilnius. It's politics, so we can't rule it out completely. But logic says no membership for Ukraine. It seems Zelensky has also realized this. Take a look at his statement. This is what he said. It's unprecedented and absurd when time frame is not set either for the invitation or for Ukraine's membership. It seems there is no readiness to invite Ukraine to NATO or to make it a member of the alliance. So what can Zelensky realistically hope for? Words and weapons. Chances are NATO leaders will wax eloquent about shared values and democracy, the usual stuff. They're also expected to announce weapons packages. Germany is preparing a package worth $700 million. It includes ammunition, armored vehicles, and tanks. The US has announced an $800 million package. This one includes the controversial cluster bombs. And France is giving long-range missiles. It's the first time Paris is sending such weapons.
Considering the situation and the counteroffensive led by Ukraine, I decided to increase the deliveries of weapons and equipment and to provide a long-range missile capacity to Ukrainians.
So the message from Vilnius is quite clear. We'll give you moral support. We'll also give you weapons. But we won't give you NATO membership. Unless Biden makes a U-turn like Erdogan, this is where things stand. This whole war was about joining NATO. Ukraine said it wanted to join. Russia said we won't let you join. It's been 500 days and counting since the disagreement triggered this war. Zelensky may say Ukraine is defending human values, but values don't win wars. You see, military operations are not just about the battlefield. They're also about political objectives. Putin's political objective was to turn Ukraine away from NATO. He failed spectacularly. Zelensky's political objective was to join NATO. He too is on the brink of failure, which makes you wonder, who is winning this war? The ones dying on the battlefield or the ones bankrolling the fight?